Hi everyone, welcome to your astrology forecast. At the end of this video, if you guys are interested on getting your chart interpreted, and there's gonna be a demo and a sample of what you can get from the report. So make sure to stay tuned all the way to the end of the video. And of course, we're running a little promotion. So stay tuned. Okay, Pisces. So it's funny. Someday I will come up with a different welcome because people hear my okay different, different. I have accent like culture. I speak different language. Do you? Okay, okay. See, that's why it sounds different. Okay, so anyhow, welcome. This is gonna be for the Pisces. Let me give you a little bit of a briefing on how this is gonna go. Pisces ascendant is what we're going to be looking at. The moon sign, more than welcome, but I do suggest that you know your ascendant sign. It's more important when I'm doing the prediction to look at it from the ascendant. Okay. Then the sun sign people who is more Western, they follow that normally. You're more than welcome to sit and stay and enjoy. But I do suggest that you look for ascendant sign because predictions does not happen through the sun sign. It manifests through the ascendant sign. It's more important than the sun sign. Okay? So, are we ready? What are we looking at this month, Sal? Well, let me share you the receipts. Okay? Because okay, the planets are going bonkers. Okay? What does that mean? Some are going direct, some are going retrograde. Let me give you what's the difference of what's the retrograde is, right? So retrograde, I'm not gonna give you the typical, oh, this is just in the motion and at whatever there in the universe. Because I know some people doesn't understand that, right? Is it moving backwards? No, 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 no. I give you a little bit of a like just that's easier for you to digest. So retrograde is like this. Think of it like for you I'll talk about your ex. Okay. If they're far from you, it's better, right? Close to you, you get affected. It's like, why are they here? What's going on? You know? So if an ex is from the East Coast and they move and you're from California and they move to San Diego and you live in LA, so you feel like right now it's like, ugh, this is too much. I can't handle this, right? The X should be in North Carolina, Maryland, I don't know, Miami, Florida. Bring them to Iceland. So hi to people in Iceland, but not next to me when I'm in California. So retrograde planet is far from the sun, near to Earth. So just like your ex, when they go close to you, Pisces, you don't want it. It's too much to handle. Okay. So that's what the retrograde is. So some are going direct, which is they're going back to its natural motion. Okay. And some are going retrograde. Some are gonna get close. So easy, right? So now you know what the retrograde is. There's just more karma, okay, that the planet is bringing towards us. So let's see. There are important events, calendars that we're gonna show into you. Sorry guys, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry guys. Okay. Oh. I do apologize for that. So we got a bunch that we're looking at the calendars of event. Make sure to screenshot that, put it in your phone. I want you to be always in tune with the dates. So let's start first with Mercury. Mercury retrograde already. It's about to go direct. How does it affect me, Sal? All right, let's see how it's gonna affect you for my Pisces because I love my Pisces. I mean, come on, right? Why wouldn't I love my Pisces? There's no reason. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Let's see. So, Mercury, ruler of your partnership. So, I'm in the Astro 101 when I teach, I'm gonna explain the houses so everybody can know. But I'm gonna explain to all the zodiac first. So, briefly, think of it like you're a landlord. Okay, and your name is let's just say your name is Andromeda because we're talking about astrology here. You're a landlord and your name is Andromeda and you own 12 unit apartment. So that's the houses. And each house that you open, because you have 12, there's a tenant. And each tenant that Andromeda owns, okay, has a planet inside it. And there is, in you open it, there are different things that you will find out in that apartment. And seventh house for you is relationship. So when you look at your seventh house, which is Virgo, and this is the partnership house. When you open it, knock knock. Who's my tenant here? Mercury owns this house, and Mercury has been retrograde. So then, chances are, someone here in the house of partnership is making you uncomfortable recently. As soon as it goes direct, Mercury is gonna move from Virgo, of course, and it's gonna move to the next zodiac. So right now, when it's retrograde, remember you have to follow your dasha and your antardasha, not just the transit. Before the transit, um, so now in your house of marriage and partnership, things might move forward now. Things becomes more clear because less uncomfortable, more comfortable. Okay. So that's not just a thing that you Mercury owns here. Remember, the this planet owns two houses in Andromeda village. Mercury rules your fourth house. Mhm. What is fourth house? When you open that, of course, there's cars, there's conveyances, there's the big mansion over here, because this is actually where, sleeping is a 12, but comfort is the fourth. So when you open here, this is your mansion. This is your dream house. This is your dream car. This is where it is in fourth house. Your mom also is a co-tenant in the fourth house. So during the retrograde, you probably have some feelings, or affected during in your home, in your car with your mom. Communication is Mercury. So the communication would have been difficult because it was too much to handle. Just overlapping and overlapping. And it was just bringing in more karma that wasn't resolved. And then chances are you did resolve it already because it's about to go direct on October 2nd. So that's the tension between the fourth and the seventh house. If you were married and you're living in with someone, then there was a lot of miscommunication. There could have been choices, better choices that could have been made. There could have been a bigger, how to say this, like someone who could have been the bigger person, but the other person refuses to. And this could have been also affecting your business, your finances. It could have affected. You may have some business partners that have ghosted you all of a sudden, and then they surface and they want to build something with you again. So there are in and out kind of relationship, not just marriage, okay, that has come into your life. And by October 2nd, things will go a little bit more than usual, okay? But remember, planet goes stationary first. Now, how, what is the dangers of stationary? What is this word? It's too much, Sal. If you work in an office, okay, it's 4:59 and you're 9 to 5. Do you clock out before your boss leaves? Because it's 4:59, technically I can go already once I walk to the time, to the time. But then the boss hasn't moved yet. So you have to wait for the boss to go out, go to the parking lot, and then drive his BMW. Okay? Why? During the time and the boss sees you moving, you may get more work. And it's already 4:59. So you don't want to put more work, right? So when a planet is in stationary, going back to its motion from retrograde to direct, then that's your boss right there, stationary, lingering at 4:59. How about this person go already, right? So don't move between October 2nd to October 7, because that's when the whole stationary is happening. So wait a little bit before you communicate to your partner, to your person you're in relationship with. Wait for that. Don't make unnecessary move, especially to your mom. Best to communicate to them afterwards, not right now. Chances are you just get more miscommunication. So now you understand what stationary is, right? Just think of your boss, and it's 9 to 5. So I make astrology easier to digest, so that way you can really absorb it. And when I talk to you in Astro 101 in the classes that I have, that's a time that you become more like, I got it. I got what I was talking about. And that's my goal here. I cannot discuss with you, trying all these things. It's just too complicated. We don't want that, Sal. I got you there, Pisces. All right. So that's Mercury. Now, all right, we're gonna go to Saturn. Bump, 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 bump. Saturn. Okay. Think of Shani is slowest planet. Okay. If there's a race, then this is gonna be the last planet that can win it. Okay. So that's why Saturn slows things down. So where is it right now? Money in the 11th house. When you open that door in Andromeda Village, 11th house. Money has been so slow. Business has been no go, Sal. Friends could have betrayed you during this time also. It's about to go direct. Saturn is going to go direct on October 22nd. Okay. So things may start cash flow, waiting for people to come into your life, your friends, probably detached for now, but they're coming and they're going to help you resolve different things. Now it's happening in your 11th house, which is your dreams and desire. So, like you've been working hard, Pisces, but it's like, why, how come, like, I put myself out there, I try, and I never get anything. This is what you're feeling. So be careful because I don't want you to be frustrated because there's nothing for you to be frustrated. When Saturn slows a certain house, it's because it's building it the right way. Each house has a way of being built. When Saturn is there, we got to slow because we don't want this house to crumble. So you got to learn how to manage your finances. That's why it's slowing it down. So that way you're ready when you make it big. Because it's called discipline, and Saturn is discipline. So right now, it's teaching you how to be disciplined when handling your finances, in your income, and also handling like different networks that you want to build. You need networks though. You will meet a lot of people that can work with you, which you would like in order for you to climb to the next stage or next level of your career. Okay, so that's Saturn right there. Now Saturn, of course, retrograde, and it's a ruler also of your 12th house. 12th house is the losses. Okay, now at this time you may have, because sometimes you want them actually retrograde because it's more stronger. At this time, Saturn wasn't looking at the 12th house, so which is fine. But then you probably have experienced financial losses. You probably had some illness, some sickness as manifested also. During this time, I'm seeing it here where you probably had some issues with, we already seen that with the person that you're dating. I feel like they were more apprehensive. They were not, you could be also dating someone's older. They're more apprehensive, scared to commit, doubting the connection. And then on your end, you just feel like, well, I'd rather do something productive with my life, but I really don't know what I'm doing yet. And I'm just trying to pick up the pieces. Okay. So this is during this retrograde. And then, of course, it's about to go direct, which is good. Now, let's move to October 22nd, when it go direct. Let's go to the planet. This is your Lagna Lord, okay, which I've discussed this the other day. I think, no, I just made your video also. Is Jupiter your Lagna Lord? All right. So what does it mean? Like, who is Jupiter to you? Now, Jupiter for you is the ruler of your first house. So it's in charge of the whole gorgeousness, you know? If Jupiter sits in the first house, they say that a person will have this glow, okay? This vibrant energy that people wants to be around. hmm So having Jupiter in retrograde over here, okay, that could have changed. Not that people doesn't want to be around you, you just feel like you're not your usual self, okay? Because it was addressing the I. There was a lot of self discovery during this time. It's gonna go direct, but it's somewhere down the line of November 23rd, so far. Okay. As Jupiter is in retrograde in the first house, this is the perfect time for you to go within. Find, answers to um probably like deeper things in life that you would never discuss to anyone but yourself. Your career goals, your happiness. You want kids? Do you want to date? Do you want to explore a country? Do you want to get married? There's a lot of thinking that you have to do during this time, especially when it goes direct. Now, Jupiter's been here. If Jupiter is a tenant in Andromeda Village, the tenant stays as a contract for 12 to 13 months, renewable 1 month if it goes retrograde. Okay? Because it's only 12 months for Jupiter, but sometimes go retrograde, so it's a little longer. So it's going to sit here. It's been sitting here in Pisces already. And at some point, it will not renew its lease and it's going to move to Aries. So while it's sitting in the first house for you, use this time to grow and expand your dreams. Planet of expansion. You will be more optimistic as the days goes by. And Jupiter is a karka for luck. The fortune. So you are very lucky right now because Jupiter also is the planet that can save you from any kind of trouble. hmm When we look at a chart, we look at the dignity of Jupiter, how it's placed. So dignity and strength, the words are different. So dignity is the ability of the planet to give you what it's supposed to give to you. Okay. So if Jupiter is good, then you have Jupiter that can save you. Okay, because Jupiter is God here. So what I'm seeing here is that, and hopefully I didn't step into someone's religion there when I said that. Please don't get offended. You know, relax. I'm just reading chart. Okay. But you click on my channel. Then I'm the one who's gonna be, excuse me, my house, my rules. I take that back. So, uh, Jupiter is not sassy though. Dogmatic, yes. Okay, so you probably have this tendency right now to be dogmatic with your spiritual beliefs, depending on your placements. But this is something that sometimes can get you in trouble. Is being dogmatic, fixed with your beliefs. Jupiter in the first. So, what else I'm seeing here? Of course, Jupiter goes direct in, it rules your career. There's going to be big expansion and growth in your business, in your career once it goes direct. So, those things take time. Okay. So, let it simmer, and it's going to manifest for you. Now, where are we looking at now? Next, we're looking at is, of course, is planet Mars. Okay. So let's see here. Planet Mars. Okay, Mars is going retrograde on the 20th of October. Okay, 20th of October. What does that have to do with you, Pisces? Right? It's gonna be for at least 3 months. Okay, because it's gonna last all the way to. Let me see here. Oh, wrong button. Okay, January 12th. Mhm. Who is Mars for you? Well, Mars is just in charge of your savings. The second house tenant is Mars. The ninth house tenant, which is opportunities and luck, just Mars. Bhagya house, basically. Nine. Yeah. So, if anything that you're trying to manifest, Mars is actually what you need here because it rules the second. It affects the family. So, during the retrograde, you may have issues with your mom. You may have issues with your family, direct family. You may have some issues at home. You may have issues with your father. You may have issues with your education and foreign travel. So during the retrograde, it's just too much to handle. So it's the perfect time for you, kind of play it safe. Remember, retrograde, your ex is near. So you want to play it safe. Don't go in the same place that you guys had coffee. You're just going to be awkward. So when Mars is retrograde over here, play it safe with the family. It can be a younger sibling who's going to borrow money. It can also be draining your funds with regards to family because they just need your financial support or your father needs support. But this is actually a good time for you to practice your spirituality and connect with your ancestors. This is the time for you also to learn how to say this, to be more patient with the people who needs your help because you will be tested over here. But during this time, though, as Mars is in Taurus, you will feel this burst of energy. We want Mars on the third, because the third house is this house where we give birth and courage to what we want to do in our life. During this time, you will be unstoppable because you will feel that I know what I want now and I'm going to go for it. I love that Mars is there. Now, let's see what else you have. Are we going to do the solar eclipse? No, separate video. Full moon October 9 in Pisces. I'll discuss it in another video. And new moon October 24 in Virgo. So you're guys going to be affected there because it's Pisces and Virgo. First house and seventh house. You got me. Relationship and you. This full moon and new moon will affect you. Mercury exaltation. Yes. Let's discuss your Mercury. Mercury is exalted until October 26 and started already on August 20. Okay, because it stays here for like 60 days because of the retrograde. Now, what does exaltation mean anyway? Right? And it's like too much of a big word. Okay, so exaltation is like this. Let's just say you love Dior. You're a person who's a Dior. You're a Dior girl, right? And then you walk into Chanel. Okay, so Dior and Chanel. If you're exalted in Dior, you will buy that Lady Dior and you will have a lot. You give 100. Okay. And then you go to you go to Chanel. Yeah, a little Chanel boy bag. That's it. A little bit clutch. That's it. Because when it's exalted, it gives everything. So basically, the planet is enjoying its stay. Okay. Now, Mercury exalted, which means it's in its good home, but it was retrograde. Without looking at the sun, without looking at Venus, because there are three planets there, it's going to give you communication with your partner after October 2nd. But remember, the boss stays here stationary until October 7th. So make sure that you don't do anything. Communication between 7th all the way to the 26th is much better in the relationship, because then it's exalted. It's going to give you what it's supposed to give you. And Mercury rules communication. So if you want to talk to someone, business related, marriage related, contract related, merch related, merchandise related, then this is a time. So that's that. So I'll go until October 26th. Now, do we want Venus debilitation? Venus rules here. No, this should be fine. Okay. Combustion, be careful between September 16 and and all the way to October 2nd. Mercury is combust, which means two divas in the room, okay, who will win, meaning Sun is in the room and Mercury is in the room. When we say combust, the other planet gets outshine, okay? So think of it this way, all right? Let's just say I don't know who's famous in the pop world right now. Okay, in I don't know who's famous. I want to say sports, but then like let's just say LeBron is in the room. Okay, of course, right? LeBron is in the room, and then Michael Jordan enters the room. So you have a legend, and you have a living legend, right? And then you have LeBron is a legend also, right? And who will get outshined? Of course, you have a living legend here. So Jordan will outshine LeBron. LeBron will just have to bow down to the king, basically, and Sun is the king. So combustion means when you're looking into the sky, the other planet gets outshined. It was too close to the sun. So LeBron and Jordan cannot go too close to each other, basically. But it doesn't last long. September 16th to October 2. So Mercury gets combust. The planet doesn't give anything, period. It has to bow down to the king, okay, because it's outshine. So this is a time where your seventh house can really have a hard time in relationship. Okay, so that's that one. Now, okay, I would just ask you guys to, if you guys enjoy this kind of report, okay, because we're gonna talk to you more about the Astro 101. Once you get your chart, the next to this is the chart, the how you gonna see how you can get your chart and what it is, a sample. Make sure to put in the comments if you like this, because I'm gonna do the Astro 101. The goal here is like once you get your chart, you can learn with me, side by side when I go live, and I can answer questions for you guys to the certain topic that I would be doing. So that way we can all go, I mean, all grow as a group, like Pisces here, Capricorn here, and the whole zodiac together. Because I want everybody like all in the same unison, so that we can all learn and then grow, learn and then grow. I love that. Okay, so everything is gonna be in the description box below, and there's amazing promotion for the chart. So get yours in this weekend, and then next to this is the demo. So I'll see you. All right. I'm so happy that you're here to see what we have installed for you. So when you get in the description box and then you get the chart, let me just show you a brief, okay, introduction on what you will get. So first thing first, you need your time and place of birth, okay? And then once you got that, you can see here that you will get the planetary details. Now, what is your ascendant sign? Where is your sun place? Where is your moon? And at the same time, the nakshatra and all those other information. Now, you will see also in your chart interpretation where what is the nature of the planets? How are they, in each of the houses? So this is going to be like a very lengthy report. It's almost like 40 something pages that will be describing different planet interpretation based on where it's placed in the houses in your chart. So um, uh, After that, once you see that, you will also get the interpretation of what are the gemstones that is going to be good for you, what are going to be the lucky day for you. There's some lucky numbers that is good for you, the lucky stone, the lucky color, and then there is also the auspicious dates and months that is going to be good for you. Now, the recommendation for gemstones, once you get into that report, it can give you the life stone. Okay, it can give you also the sub gemstone, because some of the gemstones are very expensive. Now, there's also going to be the fortune stone for the bagya, meaning for luck and opportunity. So there's a lot in this report that you can definitely, enjoy, learning about yourself. Um, and then once you have, of course, your chart, what's good here is that I am going to be doing the Astro 101. We already have done it, where there is a time where I go live and then we can interact, and there are questions that I will be able to answer depending on the subject that I'm doing for that video. And it's live. So once you get your report, then there are times where when I start doing the Astro 101, then we can learn together about what is going on in your chart further. Okay, so for everyone who's wondering, you can get your chart in the description box below. So if you get the Astronova, I believe there's a special promotion. I believe it's like somewhere around 75% off, which is such amazing investment for yourself. And it will also have the 2023 prediction already for you ready. Okay, so go there, and then this is just only for this weekend. So make sure to check it out. And I'll see you.